First, we're gonna do some cranks. That sounds weird. It's the end of yet another week, but the start of another streaming weekend, and we're playing some Phobies. We have some new things in store for you. We're going to be talking about them tonight, but we're also going to be playing some games, so let's jump into it. So we do have some ideas and discussion points tonight, chat. There's some things to go over, some things to try and cover, because there's a bunch of stuff that I think, and I alluded to it in the official Phobies Discord earlier today. I'm going to try and repeat this as the night goes on so that more people hear it. I want to try and do some other types of videos. Like, I think some highlight reel videos would be cool. You know, like, what are the cool plays of the week? And then maybe set up something in Discord for people to vote on it. I want to do some Phobies basics videos, like really explaining some of the really base level mechanics, like when should you care about panic points, when should you pressure panic points, that sort of thing, or just give them up for other advantages. I want to do a game of the week, which I'm tentatively trying to call like a fear of the week, where people would submit videos similar to the highlight reel, and then I would talk about them, review the games, and then maybe people vote on those also, whichever they thought was the coolest game, sort of thing. A lot of this is going to be contingent on people, like the community, participating. So initially, it's going to take some time to get it rolling, but I think we'll get that at some stage. I also want to try and do, like, I have a list literally in front of me for other stuff that I want to do. But there's a few different ideas, and the two major ones, like I said, are the community involvement ones, because I think it would be fun to get people in the community involved and, you know, interacting with this sort of stuff, because I think there's a lot of fun things that Phobies has to offer. We could open them now. I think I'm going to wait a little bit. We'll play a couple games, let people filter in. But we have a dreadful pack. We have enough for a horrific pack. And we have enough tiers for a scary pack. So we can do an extended pack opening, I guess, for these. Hey, Troller, what's good? Yeah, so I mentioned it before. I mentioned it before that I feel the game is good enough to justify paying money for it. Now, look, I have my complaints about the economy, and I mentioned this offline in Discord, but I don't think that I think the system is flawed. I think that it is somewhat predatory as far as microtransactions go. I think they could stand to do a lot better to make life easier on free-to-play players. But as we've seen, like games that I've streamed, you can absolutely beat people that have higher stress levels, aka better collections. Maybe not necessarily a wider collection, but certainly a stronger collection because of the stress level difference. But you are, and I've talked about this before as well, the fact that you can beat someone who's quote-unquote paying to win doesn't mean that they don't have an advantage. It just means that you overcame that advantage. They still got a head start, or extra points, or whatever, however you want to look at it. So I think that while the devs should be commended, I still think the monetization model is not great. That being said, I'm in a position where I feel comfortable financially putting some money into the system. And I don't fault anyone who says, no, I don't like the monetization, so I'm going to stay free to play. Or no, I don't have the money, so like I don't have the spare income to say I don't want to put the money in. That is fine, and nobody should feel upset or ashamed about that. Like, there's no reason to. And I call it out just because I know sometimes people feel like... I know people are joking around, like, in Discord and in chat when they're saying, oh, well, you're making me want to spend money. Like, I get what you're saying. This is more for the royal you of people out there that may be getting this idea of, oh, well, I have to put money in. No, if you want to, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. That's up to you. Like, you person out there. I agree. I've been playing for 2 months now. I usually wait a bit before I spend. That's kind of how I do it, Troller. If they boost season pack rewards and overhaul the daily resource system, I think it would become significantly more free to play. I think the season packs weren't bad. Honestly, like, I don't know what the lower ones were. I ended up with a gold one. So I don't know if, you know, if you got the bottom tier one, was it garbage sort of thing. I don't know. But it seemed okay. That's easy for me to say having the highest tier one, but, you know. But I agree about the daily resource thing, and they're well aware of it. Like, everybody says that. I don't think I've seen anybody commend the current system. I agree with that, Atona. Like, I can't defend the current economy. It feels very, and I've said this before, it feels very late 20-aughts, like early mobile game economy. So what do you guys think about the ideas for the other videos? Like, either the highlight video, the viewer game videos. We've done viewer game reviews before, but I think, like, bundling them together, maybe not necessarily viewers, but, like, if people said, hey, this was a cool game, go watch my replay. I think it would be fun to watch them. Or, like I said, with the highlight videos, just like, I made a cool play in this game, and then people vote on them as to what the cool play of the week was. Just to, you know, nothing on the line. Just people get their name in lights for a week. You know what I mean? I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun. So do we just run Jar out here? Because we could do this. I don't know if that's a good idea. We can always go with Flopsy next to just try and run it in. I mean, it won't get there immediately, but that way, you know, they can't necessarily recap the point right away. I love all the ideas. There's not too much work, or maybe you can get some person or people to help filter them or organize, because if you don't ever get enough entries, then you can simply not do it. Yeah, the initial ones, and that's why I'm putting it out here now, like the idea, and we'll try and build into it. The ideal scenario would be, you know, it's already rolling, it has its own inertia, so therefore people are like, yeah, I have a cool play, I want other people to see it. So they send it to Chomp so that Chomp can do a video on it. But if people aren't interested, then obviously it's not going anywhere. So it's something that we'll have to work up to, kind of thing. And we'll see how it goes. This actually won't kill it. And if we put it on the point, it's going to be in danger. So we're going to be taking damage for a little bit here. Oh, they're going all in on the low keys, which is fine, I guess. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with this. I guess we could go Thunder Rocks. What happened to the last game? It just kind of crashed. I'm not sure what happened. Oddly enough, we ended up back on the same map, but I don't think this is the same opponent. So if they come up and hit us with this, what is this, 340? So you're doing a little over 500. So you'd need to walk up, hit, walk up, hit. So you should not be able to get... Oh, you could. They could kill it with the ranged attack, or in conjunction with all of this. This does 483. So as long as we don't... Well, if they step on the stem, they can't attack. Yeah, they can't get on the stem here. This can't kill the jar. This can't get... I think we're safe here. In this map, you can take the middle point in the first move with Murderfly, and it's uncontested also. Hello? Fair point. I think I pointed that out in the game that died, the one that we were just playing, but I elected to go on the bottom down here, which I don't think was worth it. I think taking that middle point and just forcing your opponent to have to come there is worth it. You can always claim your own more safer points later on. Now, to that exact point, we can't really... Like, if we put Jar here, we're not in great shape. And if we recap the middle with Flopsy, they're just going to take it back with the cat. You take 3 points in one move, it's broken. Yeah, this is a weird map. This is game 1.5 on this, because the other game, like I said, crashed just a few minutes ago. So we have to move the Jar because the murder fly will come in. Like, if we go here, I guess we can kill the cat, but the combination of this and their jar will get us. Now, we could trade jars. Like, we do this. I guess we could body block. That doesn't seem worth it. This lets us soften this up. They banked to 7. They banked to 7. What do we want to do here? Honestly, I kind of want to go Gravedigger and try and open something up or block them off somehow. But I'm not sure that's really going to be feasible or make sense to do. Maybe we go Gesundheit and just inch it up, sort of thing. Because then it can pop over the top and shoot at something. I don't know that I like sheep here, actually, I really don't. I don't know that I really like Stabby, but I changed my mind, obviously, at almost the literal last second with sheep. I wanted to make sure that we had the option to go 7 keys here. I don't know how important that's going to be. So they're backing this off. That sounds like a pretty ridiculous game, Atona. Bank? Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Ugh, that's not great for us. I think this is better than ours. So we can soften it up, but we're not killing this thing. Okay. I mean, we would have got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on it. That's not... Like, we can't do 2,000 damage. 1,800 and change. We're not doing that much damage with it. Or to it. Interesting. This will not die to the jar. It's a little obnoxious. This is also obnoxious. We're going to have to send something fairly valuable to go deal with it, just to shoo it away. How does cat work in verse? Oh, in Vampire Survivors? It doesn't. As far as I can tell, if that's what you're talking about, Luffy, it'll send out cats, and then they attack within choosing a random attack from their own subset of attacks, and it just seems bad. It just seems bad. I don't know how else to describe it. We can only get 500 on this, so that's kind of pointless. So we're offering up our jar to just get annihilated here, or our murder fly, or really both. I don't know that I really like either of these plans. Rambolina is our only 3-move phobie that will actually live. So that's why we're sending it up basically just to body block. Now they could... They have a bunch of options for what they could do here that could end up with a really painful turn for us. Rambolina is just here as a 3-move phobie. The boop might allow us to reposition something advantageously. We're obviously not booping anything to death. Do they kill this turn? That would be really bad. Yeah, they definitely do. They're gonna have to sink an attack from this end, but... Oh yeah, no problem, Luffy. That won't be a problem. I think I got a ping from the wife, so we'll have to wait a minute anyway. Could have sent your own pterodactyl to the stim pad. We could have, yes. And that possibly would have been better. 1, 2, 1, 2, yes. Like, any of the 7s, like, realistically, any of them probably would have been better. I don't mind the idea of having the 3 movement. And the boop forces our opponent to at least, you know, consider that we can reposition things. It makes their life more complex. But I think going with our own pterodactyl here would have been a much better position. I mean, that's fine, air quotes. So we drew them into their own boop plan. We drew them into their own boop plan, I guess. You're just gonna meatball us up here? I mean, we can send Stabby up here. I'm tempted to stick Stabby on the stim pad. Now that if they back off, I think we might. So Meatball is still alive? Yes. So they can hit us for 5, 11... probably 1,500. So if we did this, we hypothetically should live. Emphasis on the should. So we can't put the jar on the stim. Basically, we're going to back the jar off just to keep it alive, because it's not going to get one shot by this, right? No. They can kill this and retake the point. We just have to deter them from doing so. And I think we have a number of ways that we can make that happen. We're just getting very clustered, and I don't like this. We're getting another lobber set up so that way we can try and do stuff. Now, they could fly out and retake the stim. We should be able to light this thing up then. And given the position of Rambolina, if they try and come in from the Stabby side, I think we're okay. Now, I didn't account for the fact that we were so close to this vault. So what they could do is just, like, send everything after Stabby and probably kill it. If they wanted to. But they're electing to retake the middle, which is fine. Like, that makes sense. So we need to kill this thing. And I'm not sure we can. Okay, yeah, they're backing off because we probably can down it, but then we'd have to summon something to go stand on it, which, you know, we would. That's a Hevo, plain Hevo. It's not a Hevo, it's something else. They're not going Hevo. They are going Hevo, they've changed their minds. You, sir, have the Hevo. So we could walk up, like, kill this, walk up, boop. And this will probably end up here, and this ends up on the lava. Which is fine, I guess. That's not great. Because then this flies up, plus they have jar. So we get hit by for 10, 15, probably 17. I don't think we die. I don't think we die. I'm just testing. We'd have to do that. I don't really want to dive for this thing. Maybe we should. I mean, maybe we should. I don't know. We have a bunch of other options for what we could have done. Like, this thing could go on there. This does not do an AoE like Rambolina? How does this work? Game? Can't kill this, can they? I guess they can, because then they walk up Jar. Fair. Fair. We should retaliate by killing Fetch, which I guess is okay. Like, we should get Fetch. Wait, what? I missed what was going on in chat. What? It didn't, sadly. It came down to the last two going long. I finished second, but somehow I won the first fight really handily. Then my opponent got nutty in a singular round, only got progress, or progressively stronger while I bricked for like 4 rounds. sounds like that game. Like the most lopsided 5 rounds. Yeah, sometimes that just happens, and it always... Honestly, those sort of games put me off playing that game so much. I mean, aside from the other nonsense. Alright, so Smiley is going to take 100 years to get involved, but it's still going to be obnoxious. $600, huh? How do we do 400 to this guy? I don't know if this is worth it, to be perfectly honest. Jar won't kill this, but Jar could walk up and snipe something, anything. This feels like we're on the wrong end of this, to be honest. This feels like we're on the wrong end of this, but if we left that there, we're losing stuff anyway. I just don't know if we just set 5 keys on fire. I feel like they took the longer path at Smiley. Possibly. I mean, Smiley flies, so yeah, they should have come out of the top one, right? I mean, if they elect not to kill Morty, we dive Smiley just for the sake of diving Smiley. Because we're going to need to hit it with Mechanical, so I want to go Fish Tank after this. But clearly they're going to kill Smiley, right? I don't know how we're dealing with this. This is a problem. This is interesting, also. Quagmire, huh? Oh, Chad, I think our streak of winning the first game of the night is broken, because this one doesn't look like it's going very well. So they can snipe the Jar if we don't go here. With the Murder Fly, that is. We cannot really deal with a lot of this, to be honest. This does not prevent the... doesn't prevent the Murder Fly from getting the Jar. But we will kill their murder fly in return. I'm not sure about this one. This is if they decide to push Smiley to the center. Take their top pad. I'm working on it. And we can't get there with Morty right away. But that's the game plan. That is the game plan. So we might have taken the worst of all options with this. Yeah, we needed Rambolina down one more. I kind of expected them to move one in, but then I popped out the fish tank, so obviously they weren't going to do that. That's bold. Awkward. This guy does 448. That's also awkward. We can't actually kill the stupid thing. Rambolina's gonna die. I think what we do is we boop this onto the fire. Nope. Mistakes may have been made, chat. Mistakes may have been made. Just have Rambo attack twice. Seems like an easy win. It might be. I don't think... Would Rambo have gotten it? Yeah, it would have actually been more damage, but I don't think it would have killed it. I don't think Rambolina would have killed it. You love undoing at the end of your timer? It's... There was a point in my card gaming career where I told myself, hey, I need to just play slower. And not like slow play. I just need to not rush through things. And since then, I've kind of taken it to an extreme, I guess, to a degree. And that causes me to like, oh yeah, I need to undo this thing. I need to redo this thing. But yeah, I think we should be mostly okay as long as we don't throw something away or multiple somethings away. Our opponent's taking 1100 and change a turn. No takebacks. Like, honestly, the takeback system in this game is simultaneously great and terrible. Like, it's funny. We should have left Cyclops here with the expectation that they would do this. Alright, so Morty's just going face from here on out. And honestly, I think I'm going to send Fish Tank in too, because they're taking 2800 from that a turn. Like, they can't get this back in action anytime soon. Come at me. Imagine Magic the Gathering had a take-back phase. Isn't that when everybody starts playing? Just go face? Exactly, troller. That's fair, Gilmore. That's fair. I will be taking a break after this game just for a little while. I got a ping from the wife while we were playing, and I know there were people that were waiting. They were waiting for the pack opening. We'll give them a chance to come back in. But this game should hopefully be ending in short order. Get a little zappage. Get a little punch action. And just like that, GG. So first full game on this map, and we take home the victory. GG. Not bad, not bad. Which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, come check out the live stream. I gotta throw that in there. And let me know down in the comments if you're interested in seeing highlight videos, or if you have games that you'd like me to talk about both on stream or in a YouTube video. Just throwing that out there. So I was playing this game offline, or this map offline with a viewer. I don't know if they are in the Discord or if they're in chat right now, or if they were from YouTube. Which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to the live Twitch stream if you want to see some live Phobies action. But we're gonna go. I think we want to do this. Actually, you know what? We're going to take a chance here. We're going to take a chance here. Because you can get to this middle spot right off the bat, and we were talking about this in the last game. To take the neutral, air quotes, neutral spot off the bat, when possible, and then retreat back to your more readily available and defensible panic points. We'll see if this works. That's a problem with the game's economy. Here's a new toy. It won't help you, but you can look at it. Yep, it sure does look pretty, but it is a little problematic. At least on that front. So I expect them to move Gesundheit over onto the point. So we can threaten it with a jar. Like, we could do this. So we threaten their Gesundheit with ours. And then, like, next turn we could jar and just take theirs out. And then recap the point at our leisure. But we're going to wait for now. I don't know that we really want this Gesundheit. I'm just walking through what the logic is here. Does jar one-shot it? No, unfortunately. And it can't reach to this point to get 2 shots. Because if I plop the jar on the vault, I'll be able to fire off 2 shots, but we only do 260. That's why we needed the extra help, unfortunately. Now, they did the right thing here by recapping this. It's really going to come down to what they threaten their panic point with. Which is why they moved Gesundheit here. So you can see the power of K9000, that like, this has 1,200 hit points. We're not killing this very quickly. So what I ended up doing in the offline game that I played was actually Gravedigger and break this top spot so I could just run ground Phobies directly to the top panic point. And I'm tempted to do that again. If we move this here... Like, how much... They'll get Gesundheit, we move up, we meatball, kill their Gesundheit, and jar? I guess we get this online. In order for them to kill our Gesundheit, they have to commit theirs. But I don't think we kill it then. Yeah, this is too healthy. We might be able to get it with jar and meatball. Like, that might be enough. So Unbearable kills their K9. We jar here. Yeah, we should be fine. We can kill this. It's just going to be contingent on what do they do to back this up. Because they can move this up in order to be able to hit our Murderfly, but it's not going to be enough on its own. See, like, this is enough to threaten our Murderfly, and that's problematic. The combination of these two will kill the Murderfly. And I don't think we want to trade Fly plus Gesundheit for Gesundheit and K9. We're just going to kill this while we can. We do have to leave, because otherwise they can come down and collapse on us with a bunch of stuff, and that would be no bueno. So in order for them to kill this cassowary, they're going to have to offer up one of these to die. And the other will be slightly out of range, but might be able to... Like, we might be able to meatball and jar next turn. So we're going to soak some of the damage. I expect the Fly is going to go down here to recap this bottom point. And it might have been worth getting a 1-drop Phobie just as a sacrificial lamb to send to the top panic point. But I think we do need to Gravedigger and pop one of these so that that way we can actually just sprint to the middle, the neutral panic point. I think, anyway. So, chat, does anybody know what the name of this map is? I want to say it's The Floor is Lava, but I don't think that's it. I think that's a different map. So they're going to go for the cassowary. I think we can get both of these. Like, this will kill Gesundheit, and then... we meatball and jar? Lights out? Okay. Gotcha. Whoop. Gotta click on the right spot. Alright, so we killed the Gesundheit. We go here and meatball, so that way that Stabby can't reach us. And now we jar. And I think this turn was fairly effective. Trading 5 keys for 0 seems alright. Now, we are taking damage, admittedly. We are taking damage. But we're now at a key advantage. Or we should be. So we have 7, 10 keys, plus our 10, so we have 20 to their 18. We're up 2 keys. So not an enormous amount, but that's a Rambolina. Presumably just to take the point. I mean, it gives them a lot of mobility. So we can't safely retake the top. So we can't be on either of these spaces, because then they'll be able to hit us with either Rambolina or this twice, but we do need to move. Reason being is we want to get this in range. And we're going to try this play. This is 425, so we won't... The jar won't die to a bop from Rambolina, or a boop, if you will. And they can't get to anything immediately. They can put a bunch of damage on Unbearable, which is unfortunate, but I think we're okay with that. The problem is this Stabby's in a really annoying position. Because we're going to end up losing the Unbearable if we kill the Stabby with it. So we have to kill it with this. But I think we would rather send it top to cap. That being said, we could just run something out there. This is range, but only has a move of 1. I want to bank keys, so I think we're going to do something like Flopsy. I think we're going to do something like Flopsy. So Rambolina in this position is uncomfortable because there's a lot of things they can do that make this very complex for us. So they could... Like, they could boop, but it's not going to kill the jar, which is kind of what I care about. Like I said, they're banking, so we're going to go with something... We need to move this first. We do have Meatball online. Problem is, I realized it too late. Like, maybe we should have gone to our panic point to prevent them from standing on it, and then just Meatball to soften up the Rambolina. We're losing the Gravedigger, but it served its purpose, and we traded 3 keys for 3 keys, so at least we're even there. That's a Sheeping Gas. Which makes sense. We're pretty heavy undead right now. We're at 5 keys. We could spend another 2 in order to get to 7. And go, like, say, Fish Tank. No, we can't. We only have 5 keys remaining. Never mind. So we're going to keep that there to hold that spot. 1, 2, 3. We have to move the jar. 1, 2, 3. We have to move the jar in order to ensure that it doesn't just die. We also have to move the Murder Fly to make sure it doesn't just croak. We're not in a great spot. I don't know that Stairmaster is what I wanted. I was going to go Cyclops, and then I second-guessed it because of the sheep, but I think that would have been fine. Honestly, we're kind of out of position here. Like, they could probably kill Flopsy, retake the point, and be fine. Like, we're not going to be able to punish them very hard for it. We needed Stairmaster up here. Oh, they must have undid the attack here. Yeah, this one's not going great, chat. This one's going to be rough. I did not manage my keys very well. Our remaining forces are not great. It's basically Stairmaster versus their team, is what it comes down to right now. And that, for obvious reasons, is not really encouraging. Yeah, for some reason I thought we had a couple more keys to our name. So we should have... There were a number of different things we should have done, but this was a mistake. I think Cyclops was still fine, but not putting this here really cost us right out of the vault. We're going to get hit with gas, and the gas is going to kill us. Whichever one they choose to hit. And then it's like, I don't know that we can pull this back with what we have. Honestly, if they retreat, that might be better for us, but we don't have a great way to invade either. See, I think we're okay with this, sort of. The Hevo just has so much health. This is not great. I don't think we kill this sheep. Okay, we do get it. That's the good news. So we're going up here in order to force them to come to us for, like, having to fight stuff. I kind of expect them to go up and just kill the eye. They could obviously otherwise invade and kill whatever they want, but this is the safe spot. Because the eye is just going to die. And then we just got to attack it as much as we can. They killed the jar. I guess because this is going to die on its own. This represents more damage this turn. I guess they're reconsidering it. Yeah, they're going for the eyeball. And going here means that we can't hit it with the fly twice. Yeah, that's safer for them. That's safer for them. I don't know that we could have positioned better. Like, I think no matter what we did, it was gonna be bad. So what we could do is, like, run the fly down here and try and fight them for panic points. But if we move the fly down to the bottom, A, they can run up and then we can't punish them for invading. And B, I don't think that we're... Like, they can just walk down and kill the fly. We'd have to, like, move here and then do some awkward movement to, like, run across the map and go here, but then they can still get us. I think this is better. They can walk up and either kill the fly or kill the jar, but then we're going to get 4 hits and then probably 2 more hits on it. Which is hopefully enough. They're under 2k at this stage. They're under 2k at this stage, so we'll see what we can do. I need more water. So maybe the math doesn't work out in our favor here. I could be wrong. But we gotta try. It's not gonna come down to heart health, so I'm not worried about that. Now what they can do, unfortunately, is they can kill the jar here. Like, maybe we should do this. We're definitely gonna hit you with this twice. So now they have to stay in range of our unbearable. And if they stay in range of the unbearable, they die. This entire match is fighting over the neutral. I feel like that's how this map is going to go, right? I think a lot of maps ultimately come down to fighting over the neutral. So at this point, they have to recognize that they can't fight us. They have to pull back. But I don't know where they go. We unfortunately, like, if they ran away to here, let's say, or even here, I guess they're conceding defeat. They might be okay because we can't really advance onto them too well. But as it is, we're just going to unbearable them to death. GG. You take those. GG. Alright, chat, I just wanted to get another game in. Let's take a look at some of these upgrades. First, we're going to do some cranks. That sounds weird. Yeah, I'm just going to crank one out real quick. That sounds weird. They can't pull back no matter where they go. You set up from the same board position. I think it would just ultimately... So, like, let's go back to that turn, because I think it's worth explaining. And I didn't catch it quickly enough in that game, so if they pull back, the same as you moving on to the neutral. So if we gotta go all the way to the end, so this is gonna take a little while of clicking through. Unfortunately, you can't just skip to a specific turn, which would be a cool feature, devs, if you're out there watching. Don't get me wrong, I love the replay feature, I'm glad it's here at all. Obviously, there's always like, oh, well, we could add this or that on. So I think they were, first of all, I think they were too aggressive coming in. Like, they didn't need to fight us. They had the advantage. They had a lob. Let me come to you. But from this position, if they walk here and then walk here, let's say, you know, below this box, I can't hit them with Unbearable. I have to roll it up slowly. So I'd probably go like here, and then try and retake these points. But they could have done that on the assumption that I would miss position. I can't allow anything to be in range of this where this would have first act. So, like, we couldn't move the jar up to here because we can't tank a hit with it. And similarly, if the bear gets hit twice, well, they won't kill it, so maybe that's fine. Like, we just tank it and then they don't have to worry about it. But they might have been able to kite us simply because the bear only has a move of 1. Once we recap a second panic point, the game was probably over because they're not going to invade, as we just saw, 2-1, especially with this range advantage. But obviously coming in like this wasn't going to work out for them, so, but whatever. So we got upgrades galore. We got stuff galore. I think you know, there's a big part of me that just wants to upgrade the cool stuff, the fun stuff, and I think we'll start there. We'll start there, and that way we can try and get them, incorporate them into some of the games. Another thing that's cool about this is it does allow us to get a whole bunch of quote-unquote free panic levels. Wow, we have a lot more Scritch than I thought we did. Did we pick up Scritch from other packs, like extra upgrade cards? Or do you start with this many? I could go back and watch, but I'm not going to. If I had Flesh Crawler Scritch, I'd be forcing that combo every game. Yeah, I could see you doing that, Luffy. I could see you doing that. Just a couple of times here and there. Alright, we're obviously upgrading Hevo, right? Like, it's a Molotov cocktail party. The flavor text in Phobies is great. I love how much fun that the developers clearly had coming up with this. I'm sure there were some that they're like, oh, we just need something for this one. What could it be? But there are some of them where it's like, no. Somebody walked into the office or, you know, got on their Zoom call or Teams call or whatever and said, I got something for you today. Like, I thought of this in the shower. I thought of this while I was going to sleep last night or something like that, and they were, you know, they were ready to go. You know, we should level up, though. Although we're stress level 27, we still have 3 more stress levels before we get to the next tier. We should level up this guy, who's 12,000... Wait, how much? We have 146. Okay, we might have a second level? No, probably not, because we needed 90, so this should go up to 180. And it's not counting the ones we consumed. Yeah, we don't... Wait, I guess it doesn't double. I do want to level up the trap phobia. I mean, we want to level up all the level 1s to get the, like I said, the quote-unquote free stress level stuff. Because this way, I think Snowball is next, which is also an important addition to the collection. Because Snowball is another 3-move phobia, but it is only 3 keys. And it's dimensional. I know there are some dimensional enjoyers in chat. Oh, Miss Moffat is next? I mean, that's still cool. Yeah, Snowball's the next one after that. You can kind of tell what it is, because, like, this is somewhat dog-themed. This is somewhat spider-themed. Yeah, getting a pole is also really important. That's going to be cool. I don't know why we're leveling Droney. I don't know. I mean, it matters, but Droney is not there to stat fight anything. Droney's there to just fly around and be obnoxious. We didn't get any jars, notably. We'll level up Baby Snakey. You know, to be honest, I haven't seen Baby Snakey do very well for a lot of my opponents prior to this. I just haven't seen it work out. A lot of the time, and I think it's just the positions that they were running them out there in. It was when they were already behind, and Baby Snakey doesn't seem to be something that is going to pull you back from the brink. Baby Snakey is the bully. You come out there, it's tanky, it regenerates, it eats up all their little guys, and just beats the crap out of them. Droning levels when he can one-shot. Droning levels when he can get one-shot, but just barely. You know, I assume you're saying so that he gets out of range of getting one-shot. Stress level 28. We're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, yeah, I got you, DT. I follow what you're saying. And I agree. It's basically so he can tank a shot or, you know, whatever other break point that you're trying to achieve. So Droney plus a jar hit means that this thing dies when it wouldn't have otherwise, sort of thing. We won't level everything up right now because I want to get into another game, but we'll level up some of this stuff so that way, like I said, stress levels and that we're achieving the ability to actually use these things. Now, notably, the last game, I will point out that we didn't actually get even to a point where we could have used some of the cool stuff, like the higher-end stuff. That game was very much fought in the trenches by the little guys. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily recognize, that's where a lot of Phobies games happen. Now, on the larger maps, obviously, there's more opportunity for the big things, for obvious reasons, but it is notable that, you know, a lot of games get decided by the early plays, the little plays, that sort of thing. No opportunity to use your cool stuff. Exactly. They wouldn't even let me do it, chat. You know, the gall of some people. It just won't let you have any fun. I'm not, like, salivating over... What is this? Oh. Somebody's either watching the stream or was watching YouTube videos. I get those periodically, but we're going to jump into one more game and then I'll take a break, get some more water. We'll see how we do. Never know, maybe we'll get a big map. And we do have more upgrades, like I said. I just didn't want to sit here and force people to watch me click upgrade the whole time. We'll get into some more games, see if we can use some of this stuff. We want to try and use Scritch. 69 XP. Nice! 69k XP. 69 times 1,000. Nice. Seems okay. You can't get a win on the new rooms. We played on one of them earlier, the one that looks like Raining Worms, which, by the way, I realized I didn't get a screenshot. Or did I get the map for that? I'm checking my map folder. Because I post this into my Discord so people can look at the maps offline. You know, if you can't log into Phobies, that is. Maps. It's not Rush Hour. It's Phobopolis. Phobopolis? Yeah, it's Phobopolis. No, Phobopolis, that one is not it. What was the one that we used to call Raining Worms? I don't see it on in my list. Because the one we played on was Mysomania, which I actually wanted to look up because I didn't know what that was. I'm not being notified when you stream. Is that only a sub thing? No. Do you have, if you look below the stream, you do have to manually activate it sometimes. Like Twitch doesn't always do it. I do tweet it out and post it on Facebook when I go live. And the bot should be posting it to my Discord also if you're in the Discord. Rent Past Due was Raining Worms. That's it. You're right. I could have sworn I saved that map. Oh no, you know why? Because I couldn't get it out of client, and the images they have on the site are, like, because they're doing, to make it look nice, it kind of obscures it, and it's on an angle, so it doesn't look right. Alright, so we're on another pseudo-small map. I mean, this one's not the smallest map. But we do have a lot more flyers available to us, but we didn't level up Microscopic, I don't think. So we're just going to go with our plan here. Top 186 arena. I think 86 right now is my highest rank so far. I was in the 90s. No, I take that back. I think I was in the 60s at one point, and then people just overtook me because they were playing a lot more. Like I didn't have the opportunity to play a ton of games a few weeks back or something like that. So our opponent here, I expect them to move up, obviously. One thing they could do, actually, is move here, just above the middle point, and block this spot, which would be real bad. So we want to take that. We'll go Cassowary. So they could go here and attack us. They got a jar. 1, 2, 3. They can't reach us, so this is okay, I think. Bank for Hevo 3-0. I kind of want to. I'm not going to lie, DT. It's pretty small, almost as bad as Eternal Monday, but not quite. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. I think the one we were just on is smaller than both of those, both this and Eternal Monday, but I'm not sure. Like I mentioned before, I wish that they had the name of the map somewhere on the map itself, but I get why that may not be feasible. What I don't get is this line of plays. This is a little strange. So, do we... Like, in all seriousness, do we bank here? And go to 9? Like, we could go to 9 without too much more trouble. So we get another 6. We can do a 1-cost Phobie. I'm just going to bank here. We might go with a 7 next turn. But, like, we don't need to commit anything to the board. For some reason, our opponent elected to lock themselves off from everything. Now, admittedly, we're not pushing a ton of damage. Billy's Room, I think it's called, just makes me rip my hair out. Billy's Room is one of them, but no, the one we just played on earlier was Lights Out, I think chat was saying. But Billy's Room is also pretty small, but I think it's kind of about the size of this map. I'm not sure. So they can, like, move up and meatball this. So we're going to move back. I'm banking here, chat. We're going for Hevo. We got Hevo 3.0. We're using Hevo 3.0. It's happening. Yeah, Billy's Room wasn't a bad map. I don't think it was a bad map. Like, I prefer the smaller ones. I don't know. I think it was just my initial negative reaction to the big ones. I don't think the big ones are bad by any means, but I think that my initial reaction to the big ones was bad, so that's why I didn't like them. So we will not be able to do what I had hoped. We could kill their jar and then lose that. We have to meatball here. I think the murder fly is more important. It's likely that we... Like, they're not going to kill our murder fly. I don't think there's any way they can do it. This is going to be funny. I don't care, like... I mean, I care if we win or lose. But I don't care just because this is funny. You're gonna leave the jar? Really? I mean, that's a play you can make. I just can't handle this one in Eternal Monday where it's all corridors and there's no adjacency for rearranging swarming. Yeah, it definitely dictates different things. And it's something that I need to spend more time on offline so I can do videos on and explain, like, okay, on this map, this is the sort of strategy you want to work towards. Alright, we're gonna get blown out here, chat. We're gonna get blown out here because we can't really fight this. We can't really fight this. We're gonna be taking a billion. Rocket Man could freeze it. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hevo looks mean? No, what looks mean is this guy into Hevo. That's more mean. Our opponent's doing unfair things to us. Now, admittedly, we can just get a Clinico at some point. This guy does not chain like Erratic does, so we're going to kill this. If they decide to advance and step onto the point, we're just going to blow them up, hopefully. Better bring a blocker too. I actually am trying to bait them in. I don't know if this is a good idea. So we can hit him for 5, 8, 13, 14. Okay, so they're going for the fly. You can't kill the fly. Said the spider to the fly. Something like that. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. What is murder fly supposed to be? Like, under the skull? Because when it flies and, like, flips back a little bit and you can see underneath, it looks like a Goomba from Mario Brothers. Like, is that weird? Does anybody else see that? Healing for Hevo and you can out DPS them? I think that's the case. I think you're right. We do need to recap this, and if we take it with Murderfly, it's going to die. So I think we do something like Flopsy. Now they're banking still. We could go Droney, and Droney's just going to die, so we're setting 2 keys on fire. It's just a skull with wings? Well, it does have legs. Murderfly has legs. So, like, if we... You can't really see it because of where I have it positioned. But there are 2 little legs sticking out. And if you watch it in its idle animation, it'll kick back and there's, like, this red circle underneath. So, like, there's a thing wearing the skull. I don't know what that thing is, but it is a thing wearing the skull. It's just a generic bird. That could... I mean, I'm sure that's what it actually is. I really want it to be a Goomba that is wearing a skull hat and is able to do this. We're going to get blown out here, chat. Banking for Hevo was a mistake, but it was fun. I don't care. I mean, birds have legs. Yes, that is an accurate statement. If you believe birds are real, if anybody's heard that one before. So we have 5 keys. Part of me wants to go Clinico. I'm not really sure. We could go Gravedigger and break this, so that way we can move stuff up and be in a better position. Undead Pigeon, that's probably true. That's probably true. I kind of want to go this guy and start laying traps everywhere, to be honest. We're going to wait and see. They still have 3 keys left. I believe birds are real. That's a joke conspiracy theory if anybody's confused as to where that came from or why. Why move Hevo back? Probably shouldn't have, because there was no way they can get at it. Oh, this is really bad. Like, we could have threatened here. Obviously, we can't advance now. If we go here, they can hit it. We'd have to... Like, we gotta continue retreating, which is not good. Yeah, he got to advance for free. That's very true. So you'd hit it twice for 800. You'd move up. So it'd be like 2,400. I don't think they can kill it. But I don't think this is worth it either. So do we test the Woolly Bully plan? Maybe we run sheep up here and try and sheep the erratic? I don't really like this idea, to be honest. I don't know that this idea is much better. I didn't want to move Hevo back for exactly what we were just talking about previously, but I don't know that leaving it up here is necessarily safe either. I meant to move this back, and I got so focused on the rest that I just didn't. So we are able to lay into this, but I don't think we can kill it on this turn, especially in light of the Clinico being able to heal it up. So, like, this is going to get ugly. This is going to get very ugly. Now, they may not be able to kill the sheep, but I don't think that's going to be their focus. Are you going to walk the erratic up? Alright, that makes sense. Erratic has nearly as many hit points, so we're in the same position. So this is 8, 13, and another 8. So we can kill this, actually. I think we can kill this. We should be able to, anyway. So this is just getting in position to recap the point. That way we don't have to use the sheep, but we could. The big thing here is we need to kill the Clinico, so that way we can poison Sparky and just run away from it until it dies, basically. Time for my league match. Alright, good luck, Luffy, good luck. Alright, so this was kind of bad. We just took damage on this for no reason. So they're running away from the Murderfly that does not have Meatball live. I mean, maybe they're not really running away from it, but, you know. We clearly had to take the erratic while we had it. As much as I wanted to off the jar, erratic is just way more important, right? We have too many mechanical phobies. Gassing this thing is not going to do much for us. For, you know, the obvious reasons. So if they're going to one-shot this with this guy, which they could not do if it was Cat. I went with Cowbell just kind of instinctively because it was, oh, well, it has the most hit points, but it's also mechanical, so this was just kind of an error. We'd have to go, like, here to be able to pot-shot this with Jar, which I don't really... I kind of want to move Jar in between the Murderfly and the Cowbell in order to bait them to send in Sparky, and then do the same thing that we did to Erratic. But what's going to happen here is they're going to send in Clinico, most likely. Or they're just not. Okay, they're blocking off the Jar. I was going to say, if you don't do something, I'm just going to kill it. They can't safely invade because they're gonna lose whatever goes on there. They might have Sparky live. No, they shouldn't, because we have an extra attacker this time in Sheep. They need Clinico to cure poison, exactly. Like, it almost might be worth, if they did that, well, I can't dive and meatball the Clinico, so that's not really an option. There's only one key you can one-shot, so here it is. Yep, exactly. I mean, they might have been able to one-shot our Contortio. I don't remember. No, Contortio starts at like 550, right? So since our opponent has elected to do nothing, so they can go here. They can't reach it. They can move up Jar, but I don't think they really want to do that. They could hit the sheep. Like, they can move everything up and pelt the sheep, but then we just kind of dive them. Like, does this benefit us in any way? Yeah, because this will be here, so then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, we might still be able to kill it. Probably not. This might be a mistake. This might be a mistake. Notifications working for everything besides this. I just know when you stream, so it says on. Oh, well. I'll have to take a look, Boopy. I don't... Boopy. Boppy. I'm too used to saying boop. I don't think there's anything unique about what I have set up that would deny it, but maybe it's Twitch weirdness. It wouldn't be the first time that Twitch has screwed something up. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate that you have notifications on. You're so good they're backing off. I mean, I'm hoping we can get them. I don't think we can kill this right now, so it's 560. We'll say 11, 15. I think we're going to be just short of killing this. I always use Discord notifications for Twitch streamers I care about. That's a good idea. Good idea. So they just live. They just live. They will kill the sheep. But if they do that, like, this is not going to kill the sheep by itself, so they have to attack with Sparky. Or they have to sacrifice Clinico. But we might be able to dive everything anyway. We're going to leave Meatball up since we didn't... We're not going to kill it. So, like, they could double hit the sheep with Jar and then move up Clinico, but then they're offering it up. Actually, did we have it with the Meatball and the fire? Did I miscount? I might have miscounted. Like, it's close enough that I'm not sure. Alright, well, it doesn't matter now. This thing is dead. This thing is dead. It would have been like 70 damage short. That's what I thought, DT. It's just I second-guessed myself because I was looking at it and I'm like, wait, that was really low. Did we, like, did I whiff and screw this up? So yeah, they have to heal it. Yeah, I think they need to leave, too. Lol. It's 5, 6. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but... Jar will die, right? Yes, Jar will die. We Meatball here. We might have been able to get more efficient about this. Like, we probably could have got the sheep hit on them. In which case, they would just die this turn, but... I don't think it matters, chat. I don't think it matters. I think we have safely and successfully won by, I guess, accelerating into Hebo 3.0. Who'd have thunk it? GG. GG. Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Now, honestly, that game felt like we won it simply because their jar was lower level. Like, their jar was only doing, like, 250 damage at a clip. Alright, let's see if we can pull it back. Let's see if we can get a W. So we're back on RCO. We've only played... How many maps have we played tonight? We played RCO a few times. We played Lights Out a few times. I'm trying to think what else did we play. So our opponent led off with Maggie. Pretty decent. I mean, they're going to have a similar opening to us. Gonna have a similar opener to us, but Maggie represents a higher damage threshold from regular attacks, but, you know, melee. So we'll do this. If they decide to cap the middle point, we can kill the cowbell with a jar. I guess. I don't know if that's really worth it. But they're going to elect to take our center point, which makes sense. They can easily kill the cat if they have to. You know, they'll fly over here, hit it with Maggie, walk the cowbell back and kill it. So we kind of have to pull back. That's an Eternal Night. So they're representing a lot of damage because we can't easily recap these points. It feels ridiculous to meatball this guy, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? We probably would want Jar online at some point anyway, so that's fine. The Eternal Night is going to be obnoxious. Because we are very, very low-key focused at the moment. So this isn't as bad as it could have been, but it's still not very good. Now, we'll probably trade the cat for this. I think that's fine. They went Jin Sting as a follow-up. That's interesting. We actually should be able to get Maggie and the Eternal Night and be okay. So this kills the Eternal Night. They trade, but whatever. Jar beats up Maggie. Now the question is, if we fly in here, they hit it with this, and they can't hit it with a jar. With their jar. Because it's not going to have the range. It'll go here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, it won't be able to reach, so that's fine. For us, anyway. I think we do want some more board presence. The question is it Cassowary or is it Flopsy? I think we want to go Cassowary just so it's an actual threat. We should... Maybe not should, but we possibly can kill the Jin Sting. If they get aggressive and try and cap the middle point, and this would be a reason to go Flopsy is so that we can just kind of stand on the middle. But if they either, or not cap the middle point, if they wanted to try and fight our stuff, we could just leap and kill it, meatball, jar, etc. This should be a free murder fly as well. This should be a free murder fly as well, because theirs is not as high leveled as ours. Level 6 versus level 7. So we're going to meatball it and then jar, and we should kill it, I think. Or even if we can't with that, we should have been able to get it with other stuff. It's 531. I mean, I guess we have to do this, but I think this is worth it. And now we don't do that. We do this, and then we don't expend the meatball. So it's 436, 690. We should survive if there's a jar follow-up, is what I'm counting up. I expect we will survive. We go with Baby Snakey? I kind of just want to run Baby Snakey out here. I just want to use it. We could get blown out by a sheep here. We have a bunch of undead. I mean, we do have a jar to try and get it into range and that kind of fun stuff, but... So obviously they can kill the cassowary. There's not much we can do about that. It is what it is. Baby Snakey really isn't the play here, realistically. Yeah, you have to invest in another Gin Sting attack. Because whatever their follow-up is, where are you going to put it? Like, they can hit Baby Snakey twice. And that is less than ideal. With Gin Sting, I mean. We needed something to cap this point, and Baby Snakey was not what we needed. Like, that is not what we were looking for. We can't kill this cleanly. We also can't kill the Gin Sting cleanly, for that matter. Now, Baby Snakey could tank all of this, but it's gonna take, like, 800. Maybe 1,000. Like, I don't think it's worth it. We leave it set up like this, though. We could send in, like, Droney, I guess. I don't really want to do that. Now, our opponent's sitting on 4 keys. We're going to roll up Unbearable. The lob is pretty strong, obviously. We have time to set it up, so I figure we take the opportunity. We take the opportunity, get the Unbearable in position, and then we'll go from there. So they don't have bees online. This is interesting. I don't think we can kill it. It's 5, 10. Actually, we can. So this moved 2, I think, so they should not be able to, should not have been able to lay a trap. Yeah, it's not worth trying to cap that. We don't want you there. They could fly in bees, which would be obnoxious, but I guess not the end of the world. Unfortunately, again, lots of undead. Not a whole lot we can do about that at this particular juncture. Point being is that we can't Clinico these guys. We're just going to bank for now. Baby Snakey was definitely a mistake. I just kind of wanted to run it out there. Hopefully it doesn't cost us the game. Hopefully that doesn't cost us the game. So we can do... Let's do 13. So this is 266, 680. We can do like 1,100 to this, which is not enough, but we can beat it up. Alternatively, we can tee off on Gin Sting, which might be better. Our opponent actually has a life lead, which is funny. So they definitely laid a trap somewhere. Game, please move the jar. Thank you. So I expect Baby Snakey to go down. They can come down because they're going to kill it with this. Like, it's enough damage anyway, not counting the trap that's inevitably there. We're going Cyclops partially to draw them in. Like, I expect them to want to try and kill the jar. I don't think Cyclops is actually going to be that much of a trap to bait them. They still have 6 keys left. So we traded Baby Snakey for Ginsting, which I guess is okay. The question would be, did we trade Baby Snakey for Ginsting and... or Baby Snakey and Jar for Ginsting, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So we kind of needed to spawn another 1-drop, so that way we could run it up, but we just didn't have the resources at the time. Because right now the sheep can threaten this point. And since there wasn't a trap here, I'm assuming there's a trap on this panic point. We don't know for sure. So they're out of keys. We have a little bit of time to figure out what we need to do. It's not an enormous amount of time, obviously, but we do have a little bit of breathing room to try and do stuff. I think we're going to go Cowbell. Just so that it doesn't get poisoned and just randomly die to this. You can move up and hit the fly, so we'll back up the fly. I think we're okay. We just have to not punt this away. Because we can recap this top point. They can't safely take the middle one. That's not going to kill the jar. So now we tee off on this. Sort of. I mean, we're not in spectacular shape. Because we're going to have to, like, we have to really go all in. And I don't know if we kill the Klepto. Probably not. Yeah, there's no way we kill the Klepto. Can we kill the sheep? We should be able to, I think. So if we send the murder fly in, that dies. We could kill this with the jar, but then that dies. So I think we save the jar and we offer up the murder fly. I'm not sure if that's correct. Oh, we still have 3 keys. We could spawn something else. We're gonna wait for now. We could still get that Clinico, I guess. We could still get that Clinico. So obviously Fly eats it. This is interesting that they elected to do this. I'm kind of surprised. Now, we can get a ranged guy, but we don't have anything that will actually work. Because they don't have the movement that we need. But I think we're okay, like I said. Game. There we go. Alright, so we got this guy. We can lob some stuff at their stuff. I think we're in good shape. I think we're okay, chat. Microscopic. We have no way that we can hit this, so... Womp womp. Unfortunately. I don't know if they played a trap at all this game. If they did, it has to be on the panic point. But I think we got it. I think we can safely say that. So, GG. But chat, if you're interested, or anybody out there on YouTube watching this afterwards, if you're interested in live Phobies, you can come check out the Twitch stream RTChompGG. I'm also looking to do some other YouTube videos, specifically, you know, highlight videos, either game reviews of other people's games, or highlight videos like, I made a cool play, and I have some ideas that I think would be fun to try and do stuff with. But we need people to submit replays and stuff, so check out the Discord down in this description. But we can call this one a W, so GG. Either way, that's going to do it for me, so as always, everybody, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and Black Lives Matter.